All I'm saying is to turn to Christ before it's too late. And then you sent a sticker. No. Let's not minimize what you did there. If what you meant to say was to turn to Christ, to your Christ, before it's, I'm going to venture out here and say that you're talking about before the rapture takes place, you would have said those words, but you didn't. What you said was, and what you did was invoke Christ's name to rebuke my content, because you have decided that you are authority on all things holy and righteous. And what I did, not knowing anything about my personal beliefs, not knowing anything about what I feel or think, deemed my content as evil and demonic. One, that shows how little you actually understand about your own religion and the historical context of where that star comes from. But I talked about that in my last video. Now, question, or a couple. Which Christ are you talking about that I should turn to? Are you talking about the Christ in the Orthodox Christian, the Orthodox Jew, the Catholic belief, or the updated, translated, revised, multiple times Christian Bible? Because they actually refer to Christ in many different ways and in many different opinions. Now, before it's too late, the rapture that I would venture to say that you're talking about actually didn't even start until 1830, when a young lady that was the ripe old age of 13 went into a trance and had a vision. You know, the trance, what you guys also deem as demonic. That's right. A 13-year-old young lady went into a trance and had a vision. And from that, a gentleman by the name of John Nelson Darby took that vision and turned it into an entire doctrine that spread all over the United States. Fun fact, though, the Catholic Church doesn't even endorse the rapture as actual biblical truth. Let's not minimize what you did, and let's not pretend like you did it because the conviction of the Lord came upon your heart, because conviction and condemnation are about as far on the spectrum as you can get. Your Bible says that it is for each man to work out his own salvation with trembling and fear. It doesn't say anything about going into other people's world, spaces, videos, and telling them that what they're doing is wrong. If it's not something that applies to you, you can scroll on. But let's not minimize the intent behind your comment, sticker or not. Blessed be. And P.S. The difference between my belief and your belief is that you can pray or believe to whomever it is that you like, and it affects not my belief, my practice, not in the least. That doesn't seem to be the same for you. I would start asking myself why that bothers you so much, what other people do in their own free time. I'm pretty sure Jesus would have eaten with me instead of you. He probably would have flipped over your lunch table. Blessed be.